Mystery Maverick, sometimes you can be so perturbing and annoying regarding this case. Regarding Darlie, Mystery Maverick, Tara, says she didn't have any reason to lie at all. Well, yes, she did have any reason to lie at all. If she wasn't lying at all, she wouldn't have people like you leaving posts out here for her innocence. She's risking her life on that lie. Then what she would have to gain would be her life. I agree the bruises were on the insides of Darlie's arms, even though no doctor and no nurse at Baylor saw them. Right? The people that were right there with Darlie, they weren't biased to the situation. None of those nurses and doctors saw them. It says even though none of the staff admitted. They use that word admitted a lot, these supporters do. They admitted it. Even though none of the staff admitted to seeing them. It's not that they didn't admit to seeing them. It's that they weren't there, which was testified to by Dr. Santos, who has a medical degree, and you don't. You are right. Karen had the most credibility. She wasn't related to Darlie, didn't know her anything. All right, well, none of the nurses were related to Darlie, and none of them owed Darlie anything. And I believe had she thought for 1 minute that Darlie was guilty, she would have testified for the prosecution, right? How many times have you spoke to Karen? What's Karen's mother's name? Where was she born? How many times have you spoke to Karen? None, right? Oh, before you ask me, I have spoke to some of these nurses. Darlie was guilty. Yeah. I believe if she thought for 1 minute Darlie was guilty, she would have testified for the prosecution. Well, how do you come to that belief? Where do you get that from? All your past interactions with Karen in murder cases? Where do you get that from? Beja, on the other hand, had every reason to turn on Darlie, and I still think she knows a lot more. Yeah, she does. Now, they keep saying that Beja, Barbara Jovel, the co-worker, the one that worked with him at Coplex, helped him set up Tesnique, the one whose mother who worked in the home with Darlie, had every reason to turn on Darlie. But they never give this reason. What was this falling out they had? There was no falling out. Oh, she was jealous of Darlie. Yeah, she was so jealous of Darlie that she helped him at Coplex, helped him with Tesnique, was a bridesmaid at their wedding, watched their kids. That's how jealous she was. She was jealous of Darlie all the way up to the silly string party where you see Beja in the background holding Drake's arms up. When did this falling out happen? When? And what was it about? See, because they just have to say, oh, well, Beja didn't like her. So instead of saying, well, Beja told the truth on the stand, Beja withheld a lot of stuff. I asked her during the interview why she didn't say a lot of this stuff on the stand, and she said she wasn't asked. She only wanted to keep it to questions that she was asked. She didn't say anything about the incident the day that the murders happened. Like she was telling me that, Darren and Darlie had been fighting hard for a week. They were fighting in the kitchen that day. And she says she stepped out back. And Damon was out there kind of looking sad, playing with a stick. And that Damon asked if he could spend the night with her. And as she was just getting ready, she was telling him, well, I work tomorrow, but Darlie came in, came outside. But she asked, why would you want to do that? Spend the night with me. And he said, because Mommy's being mean. She didn't offer that up on the stand. She didn't offer up the fact that Darlie had done cocaine and that they had all three done it together. She didn't bring up the fact that Darren and Darlie were both cheating on each other. Not that she did say that Darlie was going to, but she called it off. She did say that. There was marital discourse. She didn't say any of that on the stand because she wasn't asked. The reason that Beja, so-called, turned on Darlie is because she believes that Darlie is guilty. Now, let's say Karen Neal believed that Darlie was guilty. Do you think that Mystery Maverick would be leaving comments like, I believe if she had thought for 1 minute Darlie was guilty, she would have testified. How do you believe that? What do you believe? Why? Just because it's somebody that says Darlie didn't do it? Why? Now, my return comment, Beijing had no reason to turn on Darlie. In fact, she didn't tell everything, blah, blah, blah. This mentality right here. This woman is brilliant. She's very bright. She knows how to make a great YouTube. She's got a great voice. But her thinking is so polarized. She gained nothing from lying. Darlie gains nothing from lying. Yes, she does. If she lies, she doesn't have to face the fact to you or anyone else that she's a child killer. That's what she gains. None of the staff admitted. Well, when did they all get together and say, hey, we can't say anything about these bruises, right? When did they all have that little huddle? Because when Darlie came into the hospital, they all felt like she had been attacked. They felt sorry for her that she had been attacked by a man. So when did they have that little huddle and go, psst, we gotta tell them we don't see these bruises because there was no man, and we got to tell them. When did they do that? The bruises weren't there. Period. And you guys say, well, Beijing had a drug problem. She had mental health problems. Blah blah blah. Well, so did Darren. Had a drug problem. So did Darlie. It wasn't really a problem. She was a casual user. And before the murders even happened, Darlie Key was in therapy. So should we believe anything she says? Because she had a mental health problem. And Darlie Key said, oh, she was cut just 2 millimeters from her carotid artery. That's about the thickness of a rolling paper. How would Darlie Key know how thick a rolling paper is if she doesn't smoke cigarettes? How would she know? I mean, she's rolled a couple in her life. I know I have. So this is the basis of Darlie's innocence. They're lying. The neighbors thought she was guilty. Beige is lying. Yeah, Beige is lying. Everybody's lying. Except for Karen, who was friends with Darlie, and thinks she's not guilty. We don't know what they thought. Because Terry Neal in the interview, he looked really kind of, he said, well, if she did this, that's not the Darlie we knew. That's not a, no, there's no way she could have done it. Nope. He said, if she did this, that's not the Darlie we knew. If. That's just like when Darlie Key was asked, did you ever have a doubt in your mind that Darlie did this? Did you ever think she could have done it? And she goes, no, it never crossed my mind. But in another interview about a year later, she said, I asked Darlie, is there anything you need to tell me? So it did cross your mind. See, now, she might have all these degrees and be all this educated, but if you read through the stuff that she writes, she didn't have any reason to lie at all. She gained nothing from lying. That's not a very smart statement when you're talking about somebody who's going to die and they think that they're lying, saying they didn't do it, would save them. What the fuck? I agree the bruises were on the insides of Darlie's arms. She agrees they were there. She agrees that those bruises were there, right? But she wasn't there. She wasn't at the hospital. She didn't view Darlie. She disagrees with Dr. Alex Santos because she's got way more education than him. She disagrees with all those other nurses. And if you look on the Justice for Devin and Damon, I've showed you where they're at today. They've all moved up. They've all of them. And Mystery Maverick is still here on YouTube. She's still here on YouTube fighting for somebody that's guilty as hell. They've all moved up. Yeah, she knows that Karen would have testified because her and Karen used to hang out, and she knows all them. Yeah, this is stupidity. This whole case and these people that are trying to say that she's innocent is like the fucking dumbest thing I've ever fought for in my life, because I'm fighting against this type of shit. This shit. This is bullshit. And that liar over there, her sister. And my friend Rich, who keeps letting that liar come on his page. This is a waste of my fucking energy. When you coming up with people that are this fucking stupid. This is just pure ignorance. She killed those babies. And she's going to die for it. And you have no respect for those kids. You want to talk about me? Well, his son did this. His son did that. Have you ever watched the Ted Bundy interview with Dr. James Dobson? Go back and look at it and listen to what Ted Bundy says. He says, I don't want anybody to blame this on my parents or my family. I was raised this way, and they did the best they could, but this is what I did. These are things that I did. My parents had nothing to do with it. And that comes from a serial killer. And this idiot, well, his son did kill a baby, and his son did do that. That has nothing to do with me. The only thing it has to do with me is that I laid down with his mother. We were divorced when he was 12 years old. But somehow, what I say doesn't mean anything because it's what my son did. Right? So, Darlie Key was married to a thief. Right? So, what she says don't mean anything, right? And even Danelle was, well, his son did kill a baby. Well, your sister killed two of them, and you're out here. You're worse than my son. You stab Devin and Damon over and over and over again every fucking day. Every day, every little lie that you tell is a stab. You're killing them over and over and over and over and over again. I can see them trying to get up out of their little graves and say, hey, stop this. My mom did this. Every lie that you tell, every misinformed fact is another stab to those kids. And that's what you keep doing. That's what you people keep doing. Fucking ridiculous, man. This has got to be, oh, man, you just want to grab this person and shake them and say, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Fucking annoying. I'm about to be just done with this shit.